Hello, Canada. Welcome back to another edition of the Canadian Citizen Journal. I'm your host, alias Tagai. Well, Ottawa has got a whole lot of hate on the streets tonight. We've got some really great independent media out there that have been sending videos via the X accounts showing what's going on. And mainstream, of course, is silent or only showing brief little clips of the non-chaotic, non-hateful, disgusting speech coming out of these people. Now, I've said this before in previous episodes. If you're a new watcher or you just started watching, I urge you to watch my previous episodes. I made friends with a couple Palestinians years ago who, after becoming quite close, became comfortable sharing with me the truth of what was happening in their country. And these protests, these so-called pro-Palestinian protests, are the opposite of what the reality is in Palestine. These protesters are the enemy. And they have convinced a lot of the youth into joining them, thinking that it's some type of genocide, which it's not. Now, my friends, after an episode that happened, started by Hamas years ago, both took time off and went back because one of them had actually got their Canadian citizenship. The other one was within weeks. He was waiting because they both were actually came across together. They were good friends that came across together. They went back to see if they could get their families out of there, or at least to somewhere to safety, to protect them. And they weren't trying to protect them from the Israelis. They were trying to protect them from Hamas. And neither of them have ever been heard from again. It broke my heart when I found this out. There was never any confirmation of what happened to them, but considering they never came back here and there's been no communication. Like I said, I became quite close with these people, with both of these individuals. They were pretty incredible. And their stories of what they told me about what it was like growing up there, and how they watched the growth and support of this hateful anti-Semitic sect of Palestine grow from outside funding, especially from Canada. The UN was disgusting and opened my eyes to the reality of what was going on there. Now, I'm just going to kind of go through a whole bunch of videos from where they kind of first started in Ottawa. And I'm actually trying to get in contact with as many of these little media outlets, these independents, who I have got I've got so much respect for these independents like Daisy, and I'm finding more and more. Okay, I'll list them off as I kind of scroll through it. I'm trying to see if I can get enough of them together to start sending me all of their vids so that I can live stream what is going on out there, so that Canada and the world can see how far Canada has fallen with this liberal government and the hate they have purposely brought in order to create fear, hate, and division. None of this is Canadian. And the fact that they're teaching this at universities and seeing what's going on and the hate that's being promoted is literally right out of the stories from my ancestors and all of the books of history that I have read on the birth, creation, and devastation from the fascist groups especially World War II in Germany, that affected my family, my heritage, as well as millions upon millions of others. Anyways, I'm going to try not to get emotional here because I think about my two friends often, especially every time I see these hateful protests. So without further ado, I'm just going to, and this is going to be a different video. I'm literally just going to kind of scroll from where I started bookmarking these and try to show you from the beginning to where we're at now. And like I said, I'm really hoping that that all of these independents start getting back to me. I'm going to make sure that I try and I'm going to say all of their names because they all deserve credit. And I'm hoping that I can get them to send me all of their donation links. And I urge you, and I know you live in Canada, I mean, 2 pennies to pinch together is a hard thing nowadays. We need to support all of these independents. If you can, hook up, join, subscribe, and donate to all of these incredible independent journalists who are doing the work that mainstream just keeps failing and failing time and time again to do. Let's get started. And like I said, I'm going to read these off as we go. Oh, and yes, and there's more information coming out about these liberals and their ties to China, but that's another story. We'll get there later. Let's start. This is Karima Rules. Karima Sad is a lawyer and political satirist. Like I said, I'm going to try and post the links to all of these independents because they need all the support they can get. And this was a little bit, like I said, these are some of the first ones that I started postmarking. This is actually a little bit of an older clip, but this is just some of the crap that these people do. And you notice they cover their faces. They cover their faces because they know it's against the law to scream out genocide and hate. And they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed of what they're doing because they know this is anti-Canadian. This is where we gotta ban face masks. We gotta ban them.
Say it like you mean it, guys. We have a message that we want to deliver to this government. This government is complicit in the genocide in Russia and in Lebanon.
These people are just crackpots. Absolute crackpots. Oh my God.
So here on Parliament Hill, as you can see, I found the far left Antifa from Montreal behind me. They are following me and calling me fascist. And
this is Alexandra
I don't
LeBay.
think they know what
works for
fascism
Rebel
means
News.
because what they are doing right now by blocking people, by putting signs on their face for not reporting on the story. This is actually fascism. It's far left tactic to silence people and to not show their side of the story. But be tuned because I have a full report coming up. But as you can see, I will not be engaging that much with those people. So here on Parliament Hill.
She's amazing, by the way. I've become a real big fan of hers. Yeah. This is Daisy Media, and again, I'm a big fan. He's been assaulted out there. He's actually got a lawsuit going on against the police right now. The police out there are absolutely useless. Some of them are actually really ignorant and seem to be supporting this, and others look as though they're being forced to go against their own principles and oaths. So it's a catch-22, but this all comes from the top down. This is pushed by all of the liberals' appointed leaders. This is disgusting. them protecting each other out there.
Rebel news, go!
So I just asked them not to touch people. So I'll do the same for you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Be careful.
Alexa getting pushed around here.
She actually has bodyguards.
It's Alexa Lavoie of Rebel News getting pushed
Police
around
are
here.
useless.
Surrounded.
Absolutely useless.
You good, Alexa?
Look at them face covered. Losers.
Hey, DC here. I am live on Parliament Hill. Massive Palestinian protest here, getting ready to march. This has been going on for a couple of hours. Alexa Lavoie of Rebel News just got surrounded by them. Where's Lee? Okay. Lee, I'm going in front of the thing. Okay, this crowd is starting to pile out onto Wellington Street. Wellington Street now closed. Massive crowd here. So Alexa was just surrounded by a banner. Massive crowd here coming out onto Wellington Street. Wellington Street now closed. Got to get situated here. See the large crowd here filling the street, Wellington Street.
Fast forward it a bit. We got
Ottawa, folks. This is Ottawa. I have been threatened with arrest.
Police are actually protecting these freaking.
For my own safety, this officer wants me out of here.
Just stay out. Just stay above.
Yeah, you don't need guys. I don't need.
Just don't want you in the crowd. That's all.
Okay,
We're obviously having issues.
Yeah,
Just stay out of the
I mean,
crowd.
when a cop comes and puts hands on me because I'm getting attacked, that's a little
All I
much.
want you to do is stay out of the crowd. That's all.
I want to travel and not break the law. I want to be able to exist in peace without being attacked. We were temporarily by police. We did, and you guys completely failed to act.
Tell me, are you guys seeing this on the media? Or is mainstream showing you this?
You don't have to instigate
I know.
everybody.
Instigate. For fun. I was standing there filming and they attacked me.
We've gone through
So
this.
stop lying.
We've gone through
Stop
this.
lying.
If you've got issues with how
Stop
you can handle
lying.
talk
What's
to
the legal
officer.
I
definition of
did.
instigation?
I did. And they threatened me with arrest and he pushed me off the street.
Well, I've got to deal with this.
Well,
I've talked.
so what do I do,
I've
guys?
asked you to just stay
What do
out.
I do when I'm assaulted, guys?
You put a complaint in.
I did. The masked assailant got away because none of you identified him. You know they're violent. And then you threaten me, right? I'm obstructing. They're violent. They've attacked me numerous times. I've been attacked multiple times by masked people. All of the reports are still open. Nothing's ever done.
Okay.
Well, will something be done? No, right? No.
I'm going to speak to that here.
Well, they told me to speak to you. The liaison won't talk to me. The cops won't talk to me. And the guy's pushing me out of the street.
Right now.
Oh, fuck, man. This is very frustrating. Can't see anything here.
Let's see it here. We got a few more. This is earlier when they were bus loading them in.
Prime Minister's office to my right.
So many of these people are misguided.
Pro Palestine.
So it looks like the first busloads of people are arriving here at Parliament Hill. The first busloads of Palestinian demonstrators coming in towards Parliament Hill with chants. There's already a fair number on the hill. The number's about to get a lot larger, it looks like.
Good job. Good, they're coming out. They don't usually see them.
They've got huge barricades set up all over the place. I'm going to click. I just wanted to show you guys something. So this is actually from last year. And this shows $1.6 million was the cost of policing the pro-Palestinian protests in Ottawa. And this was posted at June 25th, 2024. So the Ottawa Police Service report said the cost of policing the pro-Palestinian, and I hate to say it because I have to read it that way, pro-Palestinian, they're not. Hamas. These people are evil. They're all anti-Semites. Demonstrations since the October 7th attack by Hamas in Israel shows that 1.6 million was spent on the last quarter of 2023. A total deployment cost of demonstrations in 2023 is more than 20 million. Now, of course, they say that it's followed behind the trucker convoy and then the Canada Day, which is ridiculous. This is a dramatic and shocking number. 1.6 million spent on policing those protesting a genocide, said James Adair, a U Ottawa student. An encampment calling on the University of Ottawa to divest from any investments in Israel companies and other changes is still in place in front of Taberray Hall. Like I said, this is from, but again, they had more protests there, which I've shown on previous videos. It is likely that these costs will be even higher in 2024. We have seen an increase in policing on pro-Palestine protests and escalation in the tactics and response by the Ottawa Police Service, Adair added. He said he believes that the police actually worked with the protesters, the cost could be substantially reduced. Yeah, this is insane. Total insanity what is going on. Yeah, and then they're handing out free masks to people. They want everybody to cover their faces so that they don't get exposed for who they are. It's just, and then again, like here, demonstrators set up an illegal merchandise stand selling keffiyehs and Palestinian flags, and it's guarded by a guy with a Che Guevara flag. Like you can't make this stuff up. Protesting is big business. Yeah, no doubt. Ridiculous.
Take it back 40.
See some cash there. Che Guevara flag. That would be $20 bills in his hand.
All straight cash, no
Directly
taxes,
behind the
illegal
Che Guevara
setup.
flag. Communist flag in front of the capitalist table. So we've got the table of people selling their...
This is out of control.
To the sea! From the river to the sea! The Sarasa you will rise! The Sarasa you will rise! From the river to the sea!
This is Jack Sack
From
at
the
the
river
real,
to the
he's just
sea!
posting tagging at
The
I've become a real fan of that Andy Lee. She's pretty amazing.
It seems that he's putting up your signs. Any rumor
So we ran
that
into Joel
is
Harden coming to
using
support
sticks
this massive
for Carney's
protest
competition, and
Lee had questions about Clayton Goodwin's involvement in his campaign and Carney's campaign. I had questions about the time he witnessed a brutal assault against me and he did nothing. This is Daisy Media. Yeah, and he did. He got assaulted. Like I said, it's in the courts right now. But these people mask themselves so that they can't be charged. You can't find them. Just embarrassing what's become of Canada.
comment, Mr. Harden.
Mr. Harden, would you like to comment about the assault, my brutal assault in Confederation Park? This guy just hit me. Hey!
No, we're not going to do that.
What about this guy pushing me, Mr. Harden?
Daisy.
What about this man pushing me, Mr. Harden? Would you care to comment on the violent assault I received? You were present at Confederation Park when I was beaten and robbed. Do you support those Antifa thugs, Mr. Hardin? I was also assaulted 2 weeks ago at one of these protests by a masked assailant. Ottawa police did nothing and blamed me.
See what they do?
Do not touch me.
It's actually assault.
I'm not touching you.
You touched me twice. Do not touch me.
Not touching you.
Can you comment on Paul Chapman?
Chris, Daisy, Chris, Daisy, Chris, Daisy, Chris, Daisy, Chris, Daisy.
No comment on any of that, Mr. Hardin.
Chris, Daisy,
these psychos.
Chris, Daisy, Chris, Daisy. Nonsense. Pure nonsense.
You've been at 2 events with people that have assaulted me, Mr. Hardin.
Let's just keep going here. This is Kareem Assad. Again, another great journalist. Like, wow, man, she's everywhere. Just like Daisy. Bylaw officers arrived to shut down the merchandise table. A reminder that even small acts of entrepreneurship face limits. She's actually not left. She's not right. She's very central. And actually, Dacey's the same way, but he gets pulled like he's some right winger. That he's not. He's just exposing the hate, the crap that's going down. Granted a half hour to wrap it up. The seller tries negotiating for more time. Wellington Street regulars call the arrangement unfair, pointing out that they have. I want to make sure I show everything. That they have been fined or shut down without warning in the past. Let's take a listen.
So yeah, the table's another issue as well. Like you're blocking the you're on the roadway. So it needs to go. You need to pack it up. So I'll give you 20 minutes, half an hour to pack it up.
Give us how. If I do it during the graduation, can I still stay here?
No. Why? You're not a registered charity, so it's not. You need to move it. You need to move it.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous what's going on. Yeah, we'll get to that later. This is, again, more evidence coming out. Oh, yes, and then the fake dead bodies.
Lead bodies.
And I'm not allowed to show the footage of what Hamas.
Yes, this is a parade of fake bodies, pretend dead.
And sending out. A lot of that's got scrubbed off the internet through, believe it or not, NGOs paid for by your tax dollars. On what they did to the women and children on the 7th of October when Hamas what they did to Israel, it was the last straw. And if you could watch the footage, you would totally understand why they have to remove Hamas out of Gaza. And there's even Palestinians in Gaza that started uprising and actually like cheering Israel on. They want Hamas out of their country. They're tired of it. They're tired of seeing their schools, their hospitals, their places of worship used as a protective barrier for them in order to launch campaigns of death towards Israel. And then Israel, you can't attack them because it's on a school. This is what these people do. And there's not enough independents out there getting the air they need to show the world what's going on. There's all this money, and guess what? Your government, yes, when your glorious new leader Carney got appointed, gave another few $100 million to Al Qaeda, who took over Syria. And this guy actually has links to ISIS, the Muslim Brotherhood, of course, Hamas. We're giving money to him, and then they put out a statement saying, oh no, we're going to make sure that none of this goes to terrorist organizations. They are literally the terrorist organizations. Now, I'm probably going to get majorly deplatformed for this video, but I don't care. This has to get out. This has to get out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so everybody can see what's going on. Canada's falling. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be long till it's already almost unrecognizable. I'm just in shock at what's going on here. It's just crazy. Now, this is back to that merch. Alexandra LeVay, you be safe out there, girl.
Hey, Daisy here. Downtown Ottawa. Today is the, I guess it would be the second annual March on Park.
Earlier, there's a few there where he was actually confronted. Some more China stuff there, more links. That was earlier as well. There's a few here where he was. This is Karima Syad. Let's see what she's got going on.
So there's the man. Hold on. Will I be under arrest if I don't leave? Will I be under arrest if I don't leave? I give them tons of room.
That guy's insane. That guy with the Canada flag there. Literally, he's handicapped. Something's not right with him upstairs. I've been watching Daisy. He harasses Daisy. I think he's one of the guys that actually was kind of involved with some of the pushing and assaulting on him. But I have no proof of that. I haven't really seen the videos. But that guy is seriously, he's got some serious mental problems.
You don't need to touch me. I'm on the sidewalk. Don't touch me again. That's not necessary.
Okay, and another thing is, once they start marching, we're standing in the street as they're marching. You have to
This is fucking ridiculous. They're the violent ones. Do you guys know? I was assaulted by this crowd last week and you did nothing. The masked assailant was at large.
These cops got issues, man. They don't want Canada seeing this. Media doesn't want you seeing this. The Liberals don't want you seeing this. Che Guevara and communist flags, as well as anti-Israel messages, are on full display at the annual anti-Israeli march at Parliament Hill. More to come. Again, this is Alexander Levay. Yemen makes us proud. You reading these signs? I can't read a lot of them out, you guys, so you just have to pause them and then expand your screens. Because I can't say a lot of the words, like from, well, actually I can say that one. There's lots there saying from the river to the sea. That is a call for genocide. Literally a call for genocide.
Israel, you can't hide! You're committing a death!
People, this is insanity.
The crowd has surrounded the one woman with the Israeli flag in behind me, drawing a massive crowd, one Israeli and Canadian flag. Everyone surrounding her, police trying to protect her. In behind me is the guy that was dressed like the Hamas terrorist.
You respect my streets, man!
Not him.
Holy shit.
We are stuck in here. Stay close. We are stuck in here.
Free Palestine! We are free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
We are surrounded. The one Israeli flag. Yeah. We are surrounded in downtown Ottawa. 2 police officers, a crowd of thousands. The one woman with an Israeli flag. There is one woman with an Israeli flag. Say that again. Say it again. We got people threatening me here.
Do your job,
One man
cops.
with an Israeli and Canadian flag. This mob is surrounding me. If this isn't intimidation, I don't know what is. Because I have a legal right to be here. Why are you attacking me? Why are
Craziness, absolute craziness. This is back to Karami Assad. Protesters' direct chants of all the Zionists are racist and all the Zionists are the terrorists at counter-protest Scarlet Grace, who stands holding a hybrid Canadian-Israel flag. Marshals urge the crowd to keep moving. Police look on without intervening. Useless. Our police are useless. Look at these wimps, won't even show their face. Remember these faces, people, when you see them in public so you can shame them. Like I said, I'm going to try and compile some other videos here as well. Hopefully I can get everybody together and do some live streaming, and I'll show you the footage of the actual Palestinians marching against Hamas in Gaza. A lot of that has been kind of scrubbed. They're hard to find, but I did have a few that I saved. I just wanted to kind of concentrate on what's going on and just kind of show you this complete, like, these people are fascists. They want to wipe the planet clean of certain people. It's disgusting, and this is like promoted, and nothing's being done by the Canadian government. The media is hiding this. This is disgusting. And what's been happening to a lot of the Jewish kids at universities, unbelievable. Teachers have been exposed for teaching anti-Semitic thought. This is how the entire World War II started, is by allowing and enabling this type of rhetoric and hate to grow. It's disgusting. I'm just going to show you a few more clips here, and then we'll call it good, and hopefully I can get enough people together that I can start live streaming this, because Canada needs to see this. Mainstream won't show it to you. And I can imagine what's going to happen tonight. This could be complete chaos. We could very well see what happened down in Montreal a few months ago, with all of the devastation, the assaults, all the windows and vandalism that were broken and bashed. It's just out of control. But listen to these people. Listen to these people. Listen to what they say.
I hope you die. I hope you die. I hope you die.
Craziness. That was posted by Leviathan. It's the original video of Zihad Moafi threatening to KAIL, a student's mother at Concordia. This is just disgusting. And there, yeah, this video shows him that he's back in there. And then, of course, this is the guy we're still looking for. He was paid by, we're assuming it's the Liberal Party. The photos we're pretty sure were taken by Justin Trudeau's photographer. I've actually sent out, and there's a big reward for this, by the way. So make sure you share. If anybody knows who these guys are with the red and white scarf style. If you know who these people are, there's a reward. I think it's up to $15,000. I believe there's two different sites. I think the Freedom Convoy has a $15,000 reward. And I do believe there's a few other websites that got together and they've got a $6,500 reward. I actually sent this picture to Elon. I'm a small guy. I highly doubt I will get any communication with Elon, but I sent it out to him anyways. I posted his link and I asked him, I said, is there any way to run facial recognition on this so that we can find out who this guy is? I've tried running it a few times myself. I'm going to continue doing this. We need to know who these people are. They didn't belong to the Freedom Convoy, and it was used against the convoy to spread fear, hate, and division, which is funny that it was the original picture that was aired on CTV. All the links show that it was sent in from all the proof so far. So can't say it's definitive, but from all the proof so far, it seems as though it was done by one of Justin Trudeau's first-hand photographers, where he does all of his fake photo shoots of him doing his jogging and Mr. Surfer and all the kisses and hugs and all that fake propaganda that they sent out. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, though, I'll keep you informed. And hopefully, like I said, I can get some fresh footage here of what all. And tonight, like I said, when it starts to get dark, this is gonna start to get out of hand. Oh yeah, and then this one here I ran across too. You know what? I want to give her a shout out as well. Let's show her. I found this one here again. She was part of the Voice of Alexa here. So her name is Natasha Montreal. Live Free or Die Hard is her tag. She's at Parliament Hill, and she's got it labeled here: pro Hamas demonstrators chase and kettle the reporter, the Voice of Alexa, and her team. This was actually, Daisy came around right afterwards.
Why they are doing that?
C'est vous les terroristes! Fascistes, c'est vous les terroristes! Sionistes, fascistes, c'est vous les terroristes!
I agree with Biden. Hey, you found me. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just being like cattle. No, but like this is worse than cattle. It's, and when I asked them why they are doing that, if they are for violence, and mean that they are all for violence.
So you have to come with security.
This is clearly like Canada.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Touch me.
Like,
So do you feel safe? How's it going? Keep her safe. National treasure.
Well said, Natasha. She is a national treasure. Darn right she is. That's all I got here for now. These things are coming in super fast. It's really hard to kind of keep track of it, especially organizing the time, because of course people comment on them and then they pop up in my feed, and then the timing is kind of out. I tried to kind of organize the best I could to show you kind of the beginning, and then as it progressed to where it was. And then of course I ended up finding this Natasha. And hey, kudos out to you, Natasha, as well. I'm following you as now. And again, if you're out there, if you get a chance to watch this, if I can get enough of you, all you independents out there, let's get this live streamed. Let's show Canada and the world the fall of our nation, because this is despicable behavior, rhetoric, and hate talk. It disgusts me that our government has forced the police to do nothing. And we already know that there's police and RCMP that have been videoed helping certain organizations that are extremist and hateful, like some of the India Palestine that went on. There's actually footage of a cop. There were two, but one of them in general, that was actually one of the abusers. We got to fix this stuff. These police need to be held accountable, and we can only do it if you like, share, and subscribe, so that names, faces, and we can actually show the world, so that they have to be held accountable for what they're doing. We can't let this grow in Canada, people. We can't let this grow. Yeah, like I said, just from knowing and having really good friends that I lost, teach me about what the truth of Palestine really is. It's a sad, sad state of affair. And like I said, I'm going to try and compile some of those other videos so I can show you actual from Palestine footage of them marching. I know that they have a headhunt now. Hamas has put out a headhunt. They were looking at those videos, and they're actually hunting out the people that were protesting against them and trying to remove them. This is chaos. We have to stop fascism before it spreads, because it takes off like wildfire. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm hoping I can get a live stream going tonight. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. The media is not showing you what is actually going on out there. They're not showing you the signs, the chants, them burning Canadian flags. Fear, hate, and division. This is the Liberal Party, people. Vote wisely. Until next time, this is the Canadian Citizen Journal. I've been your host, Ilyas Tagay. Stay informed.